ATM. But as the gate drops, number 6, Mickael Pichon, is caught stalled on the line. A furious Pichon on confident form after that victory in Spain. Stefan Everts, you would almost expect to take off in sand. He truly is a master of this sort of going. Pichon looking for a way past Strybos, weaving first to the left and then to the right. Always so good at finding alternative lines when he needs them. Cuts across inside. Stefan Everts is really working hard on the Yamaha. The contrast also in lines. Mickeal Pichon able to keep it really tight. And at the front, Mickeal Pichon, inch by inch, clipping away at the advantage of Stefan Everts. Kawasaki of Andrew McFarlane with Yoshi Atsuta after that bright start back in 14th place. At the front, the battle royal continues. Pichon attacking Everts. The open class world champion of 2002 against the 250cc world champion of 2002. Who is going to come out on top? Carlo Rinaldi can't believe the misfortune of his number 2 rider, but he's also focused very much on the fortunes of his number 1 rider, Stefan Everts. Just a bike length between. This is the battle for supremacy in the Motocross Grand Prix World Championship Series of 2003. Pichon just taking a look up the inside. Up on it, the back end of the Yamaha kicking high. Suzuki again looking for those extreme lines that take him off the braking bumps, finding the smooth route. If indeed there is one here at Valkenswaard. Looking for the inside line now. On the right of that photograph, Michele Rinaldi, the legendary Italian who was their first Motocross Grand Prix world champion back in 1984. Riding, of course, for Suzuki. Won't be able to make it back to the leaders. Pichon shrieking that Suzuki over the big jump. Allowing him to close right down with 10.5 minutes to go under the back wheel of Stefan Everts. Broadside together. Still Stefan Everts holds on at the front. Ooh, and a moment there. Oh, and a huger moment for Stefan Everts. First Pichon, then Everts. Absolutely broadside. Colliding as they go into the sweeping left-hander. But Everts still keeps it on. He comes back. Right, make it. They collided then. Pichon looked round, wondering what it was. Everts takes him out into the berm. Good and hard. This is absolute warfare between the 2 reigning world champions. Side by side. A wonderful move by Pichon for the World Championships. And the first round winner, Mickeal Pichon, finally has the lead. Stefan Everts demoted to 2nd place. And suddenly sees the Suzuki sprint off to a 30-metre advantage. Mickeal Pichon lost the World Championship to Frederick Bolle when he crashed and damaged his shoulder in 2000. Came back to win the 250cc World Championship. The radiator of his 450 KTM begins to flap loose, but it's the last lap. Not too much time for him to muscle around that KTM to the checkered flag, which is being held out to welcome Mickeal Pichon. He wins in Spain, he wins in Holland. Number 20, Andrew McFarlane, right on the outside of the starting line as they head into the fast downhill left-hander straighter one. Jorgensen 3rd, but Everts is in there as well. And 2 parallel lines for the riders to choose down the straightaway here. Fabulous action in this flat field in Austria. Oh, Mickeal Pichon snorts his way to the front. He'll start a load of work to do downfield here. The race could be between Everts, Japanese champion. He'd won that Japanese championship in 2001 before he came over to race Leo Federici, who made an early mistake after that brilliant start and is back down in 14th place. Mickeal Pichon almost buried the fence and put himself out of that very, very promising early position. Stefan Everts only has the roost of the Suzuki ahead of him. 12 months earlier here at the Carnton Ring, Mickeal Pichon won the 250cc Motocross Grand Prix of Austria. Still holds on ahead of Stefan Everts here in Austria though. Everts inching ever closer. Motor straight across the bows of the Suzuki. Can Pichon retaliate? He can! Swoops down the outside of the Yamaha. No quarter bit. Nonetheless, he's chosen to follow Pichon's wide line round the left-hander rather than cut in on the alternative left-hand route. Pichon. They've seen some wonderful racing in their time at those classic motocross circuits at Sittendorf and Schwannenstadt. And here at the Carnton Ring, they're seeing one of the best. Mickeal Pichon's lady, who always seems to have double-jointed fingers wrapped up and crossed several times over, watching the action. Can you actually enjoy watching this? We can. They don't look as if they do. Oh, Stefan Everts. And Stefan, determined to get through this time, gets a fantastic drive off the berm that just catapults him underneath the Suzuki. Mickeal Pichon, who's staying very, very close and storms to the front again with just under 10 minutes plus 2 laps to go. Pichon back at the front, but Everts is on him and he knows it. Everts comes back, not quite. Commentator giving it large here, but the riders on track are presenting him with a dazzling performance. Oh, and this time Everts brutally dispatches Mickeal Pichon clean over the berm. Can he respond? Less than 10 minutes plus 2 laps to do it. The Pichon camp once again looking anxious, looking excited, looking eager. Well, I don't know about eager. They're certainly anticipating something happening because Pichon is once again getting closer. Cross championship. Pichon proving himself to be an absolute tiger. Relentless in his pursuit of Stefan, trying to prevent it. Penultimate lap of a fascinating Grand Prix. One of the all-time great duels, but it's certainly not been used by most of the riders. Half a minute clear of Gordon Crockard in third place. The battle for supremacy. He needs to get himself into a position to attack the Yamaha. Oh, Stefan has a nasty moment there, and that gives Pichon just a glimmer of opportunity. Pichon is absolutely rocketing round this track. He's getting faster and faster as the race goes on. This is looking like his fastest lap yet, and it's the last one. Holding his lines, resisting the pressure. Pichon lofting that front wheel brilliantly through the whoops. Absolute lap by Mickeal Pichon. He almost manages to take Everts out as they go through the last turn and across the line. Everts wins the Austrian Motocross Grand Prix. Mickeal Pichon second. And that has been a great race. These bitter rivals congratulate one another on one of the great races.